Hi everyone, welcome to my channel or welcome back. I'm Kathy. I wanted to do a short video on one of the 10 commandments. It's number 10, do not covet, and this should just be a short 5-minute video. So the 10 commandments can be found in Exodus chapter 20 and also in Deuteronomy chapter 5. So let's read chapter 20 verse 17 that talks specifically about coveting, and then I'll tell you my story of the Holy Spirit getting my attention. Okay, so Exodus chapter 20 verse 17. So a lot of the 10 commandments are listed just as a single line. So, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. And some of them are a little longer, but the coveting one is kind of a paragraph. So I will read that because God's being very specific about the definition in case someone maybe back in that time or in this time that we're in is unclear. So verse 17, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. So I thought that was interesting that there was a longer definition. So what happened just recently, if you guys have followed some of my videos, then you would know I wasn't employed for almost the last year. I was doing like sales on eBay and Facebook Marketplace, and quite a lot of that. And but I just got a few part-time jobs, and so with money coming in, and I sold my car in February, so we just have one car. And I've been thinking, it's just a small compact coupe, as they call them. And so my car was a larger SUV. If you look at my first videos, I'm usually sitting in it recording. So I've been thinking, well, what if we, trade this car in for a larger, like a mid-size SUV like I used to have, just more room in it, since now we have all the stuff that was in my car and then all the stuff that is now in my husband's car, and just to have more room in it. This one is really hard to get in and out of because it's so low to the ground. So I've been looking around at maybe some used cars, just kind of seeing what's out there, and some caught my eye. But what got my attention was a couple times either a daily devotional came up about coveting, which I can't remember if that was yesterday or the day before. It was, I think, the day after I found a couple used cars on Facebook Marketplace, and I thought, okay, am I coveting other people's cars? Because the new area we moved to, there's pretty much everyone either has a large pickup truck or a mid-size SUV, like what I used to have. And so that got my attention. I was like, wow, because a lot of times, the daily devotionals will match up exactly with what I'm thinking, what I'm going through, what I'm about to do or make a decision. And then another thing popped up. Sometimes I'll post a verse on a lot of times on my community wall, and one of those popped up on one of the apps or one of the channels I watch, or I get them from all different places. And one of those was about coveting also. I'm like, oh my gosh. So that got my attention. So I am taking a breather because God, you know, we don't need a different car. This one runs fine. We've put a lot of money into it and had things fixed. And yeah, so I have to be careful. Am I just coveting other property, other people's things, you know, wanting something as opposed to needing something? So I just wanted to do a short video on, like I said, commandment number 10, do not covet. And I said this would just be 5 minutes, so I will wrap this up. Let me know what you guys think. If anyone else has issues with coveting, maybe you don't know it, but after you think about it, like, oh, I really like this person's thing over here. I want to get one of those. Okay, I'll wrap this up. Hope you guys are well. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.